I'm hearing terrible things. I'm hearing the hospital may close, that they're going bankrupt, and the employees, were concerned that perhaps people might even say, well, we probably shouldn't even go to the hospital if they don't have resources and stuff. And so we started having meetings with our own employees to kind of tell them what's going on and why things are happening the way they are. And honestly, for the most part, I felt like our employees said, okay, well, I get this now. Now I'll be able to tell the public. But we thought, perhaps we ought to do something through the media to allay any concerns that may be out there. And I think a lot of this was driven by the fact that we put forth for the second year in a row a pretty ugly operating budget, and this year, to add to our woes, if you will, we decided that we would not give raises or fund retirement, and so a lot of people are thinking, uh-oh, they don't have any money, which is not exactly the case. Our drive, of course, is to maintain our bond covenants. We made a deal with the bankers, and part of the deal was that we must maintain 60 days cash on hand at all times, which we've done. But we ran into a couple of months where cash got a little low. It made us a little nervous. Low for the bond covenants. We're not having trouble paying bills. We're not having trouble meeting payroll. It isn't that kind of a situation. It's the kind of a situation where we're trying to be good financial stewards and making sure that we don't violate any of the agreements that we made. And so thought that perhaps we ought to make some kind of public statement, again, through the media, so that folks would understand that we're not in danger of going out of business, but we are, again, trying to be good stewards of our financial resources so that we don't violate any covenants.
So no closing, no bankruptcy, no imminent door closings and that
No, there's nothing like that. I know it. I'm sure it especially frightens people who don't understand what our business is like when they see what's happened with some of the ETMC facilities in East Texas.
Nearby. Yeah.
We're very nearby. We have more critical mass than those facilities did. And I believe that critical mass is going to be important in terms of keeping us all together, so to speak. So, just want to let people know that our situation is not similar to Mount Vernon or Clarksville or Gilmer or Crockett. We're in much better shape, but our concern had really stemmed from our obligations to our lenders.
If someone was to hear this, somebody tells them one of these rumors that are out there, it would probably serve the hospital well if somebody would say, but I don't hear that. That's not what I'm hearing. And the hospital says this, So.
It is. That's why we've been meeting with our employees so that they would be very clear when they heard people say things to say, look, we're not in danger. We're not bankrupt. We've got money to meet payroll. We're paying all of our obligations. We've got money in the bank, and that is our objective, to keep that money in the bank so that we continue to meet our lending obligations.